Hi, in today's session we'll have a look at two major sections that come in aptitude tests in the verbal section. So, one is sentence correction, as you can see in the first slide, and we'll also have a look at analogies. So, starting with sentence correction, there are a few grammatical concepts that need to be understood. So, we start with subject verb agreement. So, as you can see, it says in any sentence the verb should agree with the subject in person as well as number. So, person in the sense you are talking about first person, second person, third person singular as well as plural. So, you have singular as well as plural which acts as the number, right. So, there is one example given over here. There is an incorrect sentence as well as a correct sentence. So, let us see why the first sentence is incorrect. So, it says Frank, and then we have a subclause accompanied by his students, and then the main clause continues, were at the studio. Now, even though you might think that Frank and his students are there, it looks as though it is plural. There is a grammatical rule which says that when there is a subclause and you use accompanied by or as well as or along with in the subclause, then the main clause, the verb in the main clause will take the number of the subject that is there in the main clause only. In the sense, over here the subject is Frank, which is singular. So his students become part of Frank. So you cannot use were, you need to consider the subject as singular, that is Frank. So Frank as a singular will take a singular verb, that is was. Okay. So please remember this. Let's have a look at one more example. This is another concept. The captain and coach of the team has been sacked. So in this case, you should understand that the subject, although it looks like the captain and coach are different people, the concept is one. It is the same guy who is the captain as well as the coach. Okay, so it is one person you are talking about. He's got two roles. He is the captain of the team and he is the coach of the team as well. So when the concept is singular, you need to use a singular verb. Okay. Whereas look at the second sentence, it says the captain and the coach of the team. Here in this case, the captain is a different person and the coach refers to a different person. So there are two physical people involved over here. So as it says over there in the explanation, in this case there are two different individuals, okay, which is joined by and. So in this case you need to use a plural verb, have been sacked. Alright. Next, there is something called modifiers. These are nothing but adjectives and adverbs. So you need to know adjectives modify nouns and adverbs modify verbs or adjectives. Okay. So we will see an example wherein in the next slide it says the new student speaks bad. So in this case you can see bad is modifying speaks. Speaks is a verb. So obviously, let me go back to the previous slide. It says in the last sentence, adverbs modify verbs. But when you look at this, bad is actually an adjective. So an adjective cannot modify a verb. So you need to change bad into badly. So speaks is the verb, badly is the adverb. And so the explanation is given in the next couple of paragraphs. You can take your time to read that. We'll have a look at the next slide now. Yeah, this is a very important concept called dangling modifier. All right. So as you can see, to explain this dangling modifiers, let's look at an example. The incorrect sentence says, I almost listened to the whole album. Now, logically speaking, if we understand this sentence, almost listened shows that you have a hearing issue, isn't it? Almost listen. But is that what you are actually trying to tell in the sentence? No. You are trying to say that if the album had about 20 songs, you probably listened to 16 or 17 songs. That is almost the whole album. All right? So, almost is placed in the wrong place in the first sentence. That is why it is incorrect. Almost is referring to listened, whereas it should refer to the album, the whole album. So, as you can see in the explanation over there, almost listen means that you probably have a hearing issue. Almost the whole album means majority of the album. So, the modifier almost is wrongly placed in the incorrect sentence. That is why it is dangling or hanging. These kind of modifiers are called dangling modifiers, and you just need to make sure that the modifier refers to the proper subject. Okay, let's have a look at one more concept. Okay, this is parallelism. It's a very important concept in grammar. Let us have a look at the example so you can understand. See, the first correct sentence says he likes to swim, to sail and to dance. Or I can even say he likes swimming, sailing and dancing. So, parallelism means you need to use a standardized format in all the nouns that you are using over here. Whereas in the second sentence you can see the correct form, he likes to swim, sail and dance. So, there is only a 1, 2, whereas you are using swim, sail and dance as 3 nouns. Okay. Then the incorrect form, as you can see, he likes to swim, sail and to dance. So, over here you can see the first word swim uses a to and the last word dance uses a to, but in between there is no to. So, the parallelism concept is not applicable in this particular sentence. That is why it is incorrect. So, make sure that throughout this sentence standardized parallelism is maintained. Let's go to the next slide. Now, this pronoun agreement is another important concept. So, as you can see, pronouns stand in for nouns in a sentence. So, pronouns are actually used instead of nouns. For example, he, she, it, I, we, all these are pronouns. So, let's see in the example, the incorrect form says the minister met the manager and he recognized him. Now, the problem in this sentence is you don't know who recognized who. Is he referring to the manager or the minister? What about him also? Him can refer to the minister or the manager. So, it is unclear which pronoun refers to which noun. So, how can you correct this sentence? So, there are 2 possible forms, as you can see. First correct sentence says the minister met the manager who recognized him. So, here you can see the manager recognized the minister, whereas in the second correct sentence it says the minister met the manager and recognized him. So, here you can see that the minister recognized the manager. So, in these 2 correct sentences, the pronoun clearly refers to which subject met whom. All right. So, please make sure that the pronoun agreement is maintained in all the sentences. Let's go to the next slide. When to use me and when to use I. Now, pronouns have 3 forms. The first form is the nominative form, which usually comes in the start of a sentence. For example, I. Whereas there's another form called possessive form. In case of I, first person singular, the possessive form is my, my. So in this case, this is my book, for example, shows possession. Whereas when you use it at the end of the sentence, it's called the accusative form, that is me. So John and me drank a bottle of wine. In this case, in the first incorrect sentence, John and me drank a bottle of wine means that me is in the accusative form. So normally it should be at the end of the sentence, but here I am using me in the middle of the sentence, which is absolutely wrong. So John and I drank a bottle of wine, since I is the nominative form of the pronoun. In the second set of sentences, the incorrect form says the dinner was eaten by John and I, whereas I is coming at the end of the sentence, supposed to be the accusative form. So you change it to me in the correct sentence. Okay, let's go to the next slide. This is a very important concept. When you compare two things, okay, like it says in the second paragraph, you can't compare apples to oranges because they are two different fruits. You can probably compare a green apple with a red apple, but how can you compare apples to oranges? So when you compare two things, please make sure that they are of the same type. As is given in the third paragraph, you have to compare one individual to another individual, one quality to another quality, or one group to another group. Let's see how to apply this in terms of correcting a sentence by looking at an example. If you see the incorrect sentence, the view from this apartment is not nearly as spectacular as from that mountain lodge. Now here the problem is you are comparing a view to a mountain lodge. How can you compare a view to a mountain lodge? You need to compare a view from the apartment to the view from the mountain lodge. That's how it's supposed to be. So as you can see, there are two correct forms available, which says the view from this apartment is not nearly as spectacular as the one from that mountain lodge. So the one refers to the view. So you're comparing two views. One view is from the apartment, one view is from the mountain lodge. Okay. So please make sure when you compare two things, they are of the same type. Okay. Let's go to a new concept. This is analogies. So analogy questions, as you can see, this explains a complex subject with one that is simpler or more familiar. So normally what happens is you are given two words which have some relationship between each other. As is given, each question has two capitalized words which has a certain relationship. Following this pair are four other pairs. Sometimes they give 4 options, sometimes they give 5 options. So you need to select the pair which has a relationship closest to the original pair. Let's have a look at what this actually means with an example. As you can see in the illustration over here, it says cartoon is to caption. Similarly, you have 4 choices given. So basically what you need to do is you need to find out the relationship between cartoon and caption. As is given in the answer explanation, you can see that the name or descriptive heading of a cartoon is caption. Okay, so that is the relationship between cartoon and caption. Similarly, you need to find out which option has the similar relationship. So as you can see, an epic is a tale or a story. So that has a title which is the closest in relationship to the relationship maintained between cartoon and caption. Okay. So as it says, the relationship to look for in deciding the correct answer could be of different types. So let's have a look at a few types in the next slide. So basically, as mentioned before, you need to look for the proper relationship between the first two words. Okay, so these are the possible relationships. First, they can be synonyms, as is tall and high. Both of them mean the same. So, another analogy is penury is to poverty. Both of them mean the same. In point number 2, when it comes to antonyms, fury is to tranquility. Tranquility means calmness, right? So, fury is rage. So, obviously these two are opposites. Similarly, when you are miserable, you feel sad, and the opposite of that is happiness. In point number 3, it says part whole, that is, you can see that wheels have rims which may have spokes, right? Similarly, watches have a dial. So that's one more analogy. Point number 4 says process changes, that is, a tadpole grows and becomes a frog. When a crude oil is processed, you get petrol. So there are process changes over here, growth. Okay. Point number 5 says person or place of function. So as you know, in banks there are tellers who give you the money or help you in other banking activities for your account. Similarly, in every stage there is an actor. So these are people who work in an institution, right? So here the first part is bank, second part is a stage where an actor works. Next you have verb and object. So as you can see, what can you do with a light? You can make it dim. Similarly, what can you do with energy? You can conserve it. Point number 7 says adjective and noun. So a nose can get blocked, whereas a voice can get choked. So these are similar analogies. The last point, number 8, says cause and effect. So when there is a drought, there is famine. That is, because of a drought, a famine is caused. That is, people don't have enough to eat, they don't have the resources, which is caused by a drought. And because of waves, there is erosion. There can be soil erosion, or maybe the rocks can get eroded because of the waves. So this is a result or effect. So I hope this session was pretty productive. We had a look at sentence correction concepts in terms of grammar as well as analogies. Thanks so much for listening. Bye-bye.